Yerski, what's up? What's going on, man? Welcome back to the channel, bros. Hope everybody feeling good today, man. We got a live stream for y'all today, and I'm planning on this being a long one. Even though I started off a little lit, I'm a little lit, but we gonna have a good stream. That's a fit act. You know, sometimes the lit stream be the best stream. Let's not even play. But yeah, we gonna get to this Philly's deadly gang war, the death of Mr. Disrespectful. We gonna get to that. Then we got several other topics, but we're going to start with that video because it's like 3 hours and some change. I'm for sure going to speed it up. We're going to, like, you know what I mean, go through quickly. We're not going to spend 3 hours on it. That's a fact. But we is going to get to that. You heard? But I hope everybody feeling good tonight, man. I'm feeling decent. That's a fit act. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be your host with the most for the evening. And I hope y'all ready to lock in with your boy. I hope so, gang gang. Alright, we got chat set up. Okay, man. We ain't gonna waste no time, bro. I hope everybody feeling good. Welcome to the chat. Make sure you like the video. Let me put a little thing right here. Boom, boom, boom. Like the video, feel free soon. Alright, boom, 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 boom. Let's go. Alright, let's get started, bro. We ain't gonna waste no time, man. Philly's deadly gang war. The death of Mr. Disrespectful, bro. Let's get right to it. Let's not waste no time.
Mr. Disrespectful, there's crew after crew of Philadelphia gangsters turned rappers willing to say the unthinkable on the mic. And that's not just disrespecting the dead. In Philly, you have rappers killing multiple people and then rapping about it immediately afterwards. Not only that, but within hours of murders taking place in Philadelphia, rabid fans take to the internet and social media to speculate on the most juicy details, sharing surveillance footage of murders and analyzing gang hits and hitters like they're professional basketball players. All while the real-life district attorney for the city, tasked with shutting the gangs down, trolls them mercilessly in news conferences, making fun of the gangs' names and promising to take them off the streets for good.
Ultimately, this case is about YBC. And YBC...
My boy said, unsubscribed for life. Old news. He have like a month. Death. Let him rest in peace already, bro. Yo, Clavitor, welcome to the chat. I ain't never even seen you in the chat before, but if you meant to write unsubscribe, I don't know who you talking about, me or this nigga, but we gonna react regardless. Welcome to the chat, my nigga 88. How you feeling tonight, gang? Welcome to the Chitty Chat, gang. Let's go, man.
sometimes known as the Young Bag Chasers, has a new name. I didn't invent it. Somebody else did. The new name is You've Been Charged, and the newer name
You've Been Charged
is You've Been Convicted. We did a press conference not all that long ago about a group called O to the 4, and at that time we said O to the 4 was going to go to the jail, and they did. There is a group known as 524. Well, some of what we're going to talk about today will close the jailhouse door on 524. We're going to talk about CCK. CCK is going away. They better get ready. We're going to talk about a group known as 56th Street, and also sometimes called Christie Rec, because they can be found near Christie Rec at times. Well, we got a new kind of rec. We got a new kind of recreation for members of the group Christie Rec. You might call it SCI Rec, State Correctional Institution Rec. Christie Rec is going to get yard time.
The world of Philadelphia,
they definitely got jokes.
Philadelphia drill is like no other music scene in the world. So today, we're going to take a closer look at the city so violent that some people call it Philadelphia, and answer once and for all, how has the city of Philadelphia become the most disrespectful city in drill?
In West Philadelphia, people that never been to the city of Philadelphia, man, the city of Philly is rough, man. It's a rough city.
It's a fact.
Philly is like, it's like a pretty much like, don't want you to win, and people just, like, everybody out for themselves.
Summer nights can even turn cold. In the streets of Philly when
You
don't even
get turned old. That was that classic Meek Mill that we all remember.
PNB, you feel me? Pastorius and B, as you can see, you feel me, my block.
R.I.P. PNB Rock, man. Long live PNB Rock.
Where I get my name from, you feel me? PNB Rock, Pastorius and B and Rock, you feel me? Everybody on my way got the same, like, little acronym in front of their names. Like, you get a lot of PNBs.
Hey, yo, where the fuck Ronnie at, yo? Ronnie, where the fuck you at?
I got some to say too, though. All ops, CCK, LMG, 56th Street, Belmont, 38th Street, 39th Street, the Dubs.
This nigga right here was a demon.
To Collar Hill, Parkside. Is the real disrespectful. I'm going who you is. I will disrespect you.
Digging up niggas' graves, bro, is crazy.
You could be the next K. You could be the next K.
When I realized I started making money off dissing dead niggas, like, bro, I really make like.
When I was watching some of the documentaries about what's going on in the streets of Philly, it was saying that like the average for a long time was like 300 murders a year, and then the drill music starts to hit, and then all of a sudden it's like 500 a year.
You wanna smack his mom? Yeah, cause she be dissing my homie. I don't know what she be on. She like a
Nigga said he want to smack his ops mama.
old miserable mother.
Well, why y'all getting that far away more than you? What they want? What they want it? This life. What time you ever jumped out or drove on a drill? Never drove. You don't get no participation credit. You don't even drive on it.
Nigga said name one time you even drove on the drill. You definitely ain't hop out, but name a time you drove. This nigga dumb.
Get participation for real.
This the same nigga that said if you get hit with over 8 bullets, you overcooked.
Do you feel like you could make it out without dissing the dead?
Like, yeah, I can do that, but I want to be the first that do make it out from my city of this one it is.
Upon arrival, police observed the victim, who was later ID'd as Joshua Munson. He was suffering from multiple gunshot wounds.
New information about a deadly shooting on a basketball court in Philadelphia's Mantua section.
No, last time I've been in this park, well, Bud died.
A 6-year-old girl has been shot in a drive-by shooting in the 3800 block of Wyalusing Avenue.
In Port Richmond, a gunman shot and killed a 19-year-old man and wounded a 49-year-old believed to be the teenager's father.
Daewoo Scruggs.
Damn, nigga hit up a son and a father.
He recorded songs and videos to make people laugh. Tragically, someone killed him while he was recording a live video on social media. Police are offering a $20,000 reward for his death. It's one of 492 murders in Philadelphia this year.
One person is dead, 3 others fighting for their lives after a shooting in Overbrook Park.
16-year-old Amin Hurst is now in custody and facing charges as an adult.
Now leading the search for 2 escaped prisoners, 18-year-old Amin Hurst and 24-year-old Nasir Grant. 2 teens were shot in separate shootings in less than an hour.
Released in memory and honor of 16-year-old Kaylin Johnson.
And the war would escalate. During this time, Philadelphia would also serve as the nation's revolutionary capital, which made it a particularly special target, and the main bloc for the United States to defend. And in 1777, the Brits would stand on business, successfully sliding in Philadelphia and taking over the city. But the occupation wouldn't last that long, as one of Britain's oldest ops, the French, would click up with the American 13 colonies.
We're gonna get to the fat. We're gonna trim the fat.
While the history of Philadelphia's criminal underworld is nowhere near as infamous as the likes of New York or Chicago, the city has definitely played a significant role in the history of organized crime in America. One of the most recent examples of this is seen in the film The Irishman by Martin Scorsese, which is actually based on a book about the life of Frank Sheeran, played by Robert De Niro, an Irishman who was involved with the Italian-American mafia families operating in Philadelphia. The movie shows some historic Philly establishments like the Villa di Roma restaurant in South Philly, as well as the surrounding cityscape. The Philadelphia Italian Mafia, also known as the Philadelphia crime family, formed in the 1920s, founded by an immigrant from Sicily named Salvatore Sabella, who was specifically sent to Philly by the Sicilian mafia to establish a crime family in the city. The Philly crime family would then become known for...
Damn, the mafia was running Philly at the time? Who knew?
Many infamous leaders over the years.
We're gonna skip through this though. We don't even know about the mafia running Philly, right?
To truly understand the rise of Philly drill, we need to go right back to the start. Drill is a subgenre of hip-hop, and the origin of the word hip-hop is unknown, though mentions of it date as far back as 1671 in the satirical play The Rehearsal by George Villiers, 2nd Duke of Buckingham and others. Okay, alright, maybe not that early, but jump forward a few hundred years, and Bronx resident DJ Kool Herc is recognized as one of the earliest hip-hop DJs and artists. Some credit him with officially originating hip-hop music through his 1973 Back to School.
Oh shit. I'll be over here, look, Sedgwick Ave, 1520 Sedgwick Ave. This right here, this like 10 minutes from my crib, bro. This crazy, this address right here. Let me see, let me skip around. I don't want to go too deep. I don't want to be in this video forever.
B moniker from, with there being a gang of the same name in this area. PNB Rock's adolescence was rough. Raised in a Muslim family, his father had been murdered when he was just 3 years old, and so he was raised by his mother. By age 13, he was being sent to juvenile detention centers for committing robberies and fighting in school. By 19, Rock had found himself behind bars again, this time serving 33 months for drug charges. But it was during this time in prison that PNB Rock honed his craft, studying how to blend hip-hop and pop to create an original sound that would later define his career. And he quickly made a name for himself after his stint in jail. By the time he dropped the song Selfish, he had solidified his place in the rap music world. Like many rappers from a tough environment, the streets always seemed to follow him, and danger would always be lurking, even far away from the streets of Philly. And on September the 12th, 2022, PNB Rock's life was tragically cut short during a robbery at Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles in South Los Angeles. The incident, where PNB Rock was targeted for his jewelry, shocked fans and peers alike. And just days before his death...
This is one of the saddest deaths, bro. This is one of the saddest ones. Like, dude was literally eating at the spot with his girl. Like, I think he might even had his kid with him. Nigga came up and killed him for his jewels.
In an interview with DJ Academics, PNB Rock talked about a close call that he'd had previously with gang members in LA, and he described how he felt unsafe in certain areas and often avoided being outside, knowing that being a successful rapper would make him a target.
Yo, I hated just walking up to in like broad daylight, like, yo, give me your chain. Like, I'm like, yo,
try me or something. It'd be like every time.
They try to take your jewelry or something?
I don't know, but it'd be like, I be on and I'm not, where I'm from, we like sneaky criminals. Like in LA, it's like they bold. It's like they want you to know. They want to spark a conversation with you first before they get into some. Some of them might just go crazy. Like I know some that too. They might be on their sneaky too. But the majority of the times I got into some, it was like they just gave a drop up too fast. You feel me? So the second time I got into some, like, I was just talking loud as wanting me to hear their conversation. And it's like I'm with my peoples. Like I'm with my daughter and my girl. Like, why they talk?
That's never a good situation. You with your daughter and your girl.
Talking about this gangster, like with this around. Like we outside, we on Fairfax. I'm like, man, you know, I already peed.
There's gangsters out there on Fairfax.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, what the is going on? Like I'm on Fairfax right now. So I'm like, man, we out of here. You feel me? Like we going. My girl, like, no, we ain't. What's wrong? I'm like, I'm just going off of the vibes. Like we out.
Is she peeping the energy? Because I'm
she
you
ain't
on
peeping.
point.
Yeah, she ain't peeping. She was thinking I'm tripping.
About women sometimes.
She be thinking I'm tripping. So. In the mix of all this, I'm like, no, we out. So she peeped that I'm serious. She's like, no, we out. We drive probably like 2 blocks in the street. She thinking it's game, she pull over somewhere else. Like, oh, I wanted to go to this store right here. And then in the mix of me, like telling her like where to park at, it's like somebody just came fast and took the parking spot, like the same spot that we. Yeah. I'm like, dude, they must have been following me or something, bro. How the
hell yeah, it's paying attention. You gotta pay attention.
Car get behind me this fast, like I ain't even look. I look back, and it was there quick as.
But following his murder, 3 suspects were arrested, including a 17-year-old and his father, Freddie Trone, as well as a woman, Chantrell Trone, all linked to the robbery and killing. Later, more individuals were implicated in the case, including Tremont Jones, who was accused of alerting the killers to PNB Rock's location.
Like, are you even surprised that a father sent his son in there to commit a murder robbery? Like, are we even surprised that a son would send his father in there to do that? Like, we should be, but I'm not surprised.
B-Rock's story stands as another grim reminder of the dangers that fame can bring, particularly for rappers. And his death parallels fates of those other LA-based rappers like Nipsey Hussle and Draco the Ruler, as well as New York drill rapper Pop Smoke, all of whom fell victim to senseless violence in the gang-dominated streets of Los Angeles. But despite his efforts to steer clear of trouble, PNB Rock, like many before him, found out that the streets have a long reach. And while PNB Rock represented a more melodic, emotional side of Philly's hip-hop scene, a newer generation has emerged in his wake, determined to leave their mark on the city too. Another one of the rising name from PNB's block in Jersey Germantown is Kaiser Reeves, better known on stage as Hop Out Blick.
Say, Nova, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people who ain't too familiar with you.
You already know it's Hop Out Blick, the Orlando Trip. The real book is it's a lot of imposters out here too. They ain't me though.
Repping the same PNB set that PNB Rock hailed from, Hop Out Blick is seen by many as part of the younger generation known as the Torchers, a group carrying the torch of PNB into the future, though with a harder, more drill-orientated sound of music. However, Hop Out Blick's burgeoning rap career has been overshadowed by his involvement in a violent shooting. In April 2024, Reeves was charged with murder in connection with a shooting that left 3 teenagers dead: Mark Ballard, Salah Fleming, and Khalif Rezgi, with another person being seriously wounded. According to the police, the incident stemmed from a gun trafficking deal gone wrong, with Reeves and others attempting to rob the buyers, which quickly escalated into gunfire. Despite the gravity of the charges against him, Hop Out Blick continued to push his music career whilst on the run, with over 20,000 Instagram followers and a strong presence in Philly's drill rap scene.
I know that name, Hop Out Blick. He said, my boy 88 said, I'm not surprised.
He dropped tracks like Double Coffins, where he and his crew flaunted weapons, allegedly props, in front of the camera. And his boldness extended to interviews too, where he openly discussed his life and music, seemingly unfazed by the fact that he was indeed wanted by the authorities.
Like I said, like I just started popping my shit. Like I just started talking about that shit. Like it be new like that's all entertainment though, you feel me? But that's me though.
Hop Out Blick's rise and now potential fall reflects the darker side of Philly's rap culture, where fame and street life often intersect.
Let's skip ahead.
Go ahead, bro. And you can even hear the shooter respond back. And going on with West Philly, but still decided to walk through there. When a man seen on video walked up with a gun out. Skinny can be heard exchanging words with the shooter. It sounds as if he's speaking from behind a mask. Hey, what's up? Go ahead, bro. And you can even hear the shooter respond back saying, sup. Skinny quickly said, we on live. And you can hear the panic in his voice as the shooter raised the gun.
What's up? Go ahead, bro. Bro, go ahead, I'm live.
He ain't give a damn if the nigga was live.
6 shots can be heard on video while Skinny falls to the ground on the side of 1871 Winewood Road. Police found him lying in the grass, shot multiple times to the chest and head, and 15 minutes after the shooting, Skinny was pronounced dead at the hospital.
A heartbreaking news report on the crime would be broadcast following the incident.
Robbed of one of her greatest joys, Spring Scrubs keeps reliving the murder of her grandson on Christmas Eve.
And I lost my heart. That was my baby.
Daewoo Scruggs loved his family. His last Instagram post was of him and his dad, who died 3 years ago.
1, 2 o'clock.
Daewoo also loved to make people feel good.
Daewoo would like hype me up. Like I would be in my room, he would come in there, he would hype me up. He like says, you look cute.
The 20-year-old was an aspiring comedian. Now, the gunman who killed him has brought heartbreak to his family.
But he always knew, like, he had enemies. Like, he always knew people didn't like him. He always knew. I never expected nobody to kill him.
Family members say Daewoo was walking to the bus stop to go to work at Home Depot. He got here to the intersection of Wynwood and Malvern. He was recording a video on social media. Then police say minutes later, an unknown man walked up to Daewoo and got into an argument with him. Seconds later, he pulled out a gun and shot Daewoo. It was all caught on video.
And ultimately, the suspect with surveillance cameras committing the crime too, and it wouldn't take long for the authorities to identify him as 16-year-old Amin Hurst.
A new surveillance video from Philadelphia police shows the moments which led to a Christmas Eve murder in Overbrook. The gunman, wearing a dark-colored puffy coat, following the victim, Daewoo Scruggs, along the 1800 block of...
Bro, your shooter dressed like this is crazy. They got a tight-ass coat on. You do not think this...
Noon when police began getting calls about shots fired and people shot behind Woodcrest Garden condo at 1400 North 76th Street in Overbrook. It's unclear exactly how many people